In today's episode of Fitness Mindset Success, I wanted to bring up one of the biggest stumbling blocks that I've observed over the years with clients trying to lose weight and make some pretty decent lifestyle habit changes in their lives, and that is of people that are the closest to them, people that they spend a lot of time with, trying to sabotage their efforts. And it can come in a number of forms. Sometimes it can come in the form of them making fun of you, ridiculing you, saying things like you're no fun to be around anymore, that you're boring. Or it can come in the form of them trying to tempt you. So it might be like, oh, just one more drink, or this slice of cake, just this time's not going to hurt. Or, just skip that workout for tomorrow. It's not going to be the end of the world. It's only one workout. Stop being so obsessive about it. And it's important to understand what the motives of these people trying to sabotage you often are. And normally it's one of two things. A, it can be that it's starting to make them feel self-conscious about their own actions. And you may be changing something that deep down they know that they should be changing, and it can start to make them feel uncomfortable. Or B, it could just be that they are starting to feel threatened and that the dynamic of your relationship is starting to change, and that perhaps they may start to fear that you're going to outgrow them and leave them behind. Now, there's a couple of ways that you can tackle this. There's two main ways that I tend to advise tackling this, and the first option is, and it depends on the person, if it's someone that's really close to you and you know that they've always got your best interests at heart, and you know that you can have an honest and open discussion with them, then I'd go down the path of just being honest with them and just telling them what your motives are, why it's so important for you to make these changes, what you're really unhappy about in your life at the moment, and what you're trying to change, and how, by you making that change, make them feel secure that you're not going to outgrow them, that you're only going to be more fun to be around because you're going to have more energy and you're going to feel better and be in a better mood, and that it's in no shape or form going to affect how much fun or how much time you spend with that person. The second option, the first option is always great if you can go down that route, but sometimes it doesn't work with people. And the second option is just to tell a white lie. And I had a really good example today from a client who said that they went out with some friends on the weekend and they were all drinking as they normally would, having champagne, and she just had sparkling water in her champagne glass. And nobody bothered her because they just presumed, they didn't pay too much attention. They saw a glass in her hand all night and they just presumed that she was drinking the same as everyone else. It made it a lot easier for her. Another option could be to say that you don't feel well, say that you're allergic to something, say that you don't like something. It always amazes me how if someone was to offer you a piece of chocolate cake and you say to them, oh no, I'm trying not to eat that at the moment, how they'll try and force it on you and offer it to you. Whereas if you just say to them, no, I don't like chocolate cake, they will not bother you again about that. So sometimes just coming up with some sort of white little lie, particularly saying that you're allergic to something, if it's someone that you don't know that well, that wouldn't know that about you, or just the blanket one, if you just say, look, I've got an upset stomach and I'm not feeling too well, I don't feel like eating anything. Normally people will leave you alone after saying that without any issues after that. So look, although it'd be nice to be honest, sometimes you do have to tell a little bit of a white lie just to get people off your back, particularly in those initial phases when you're trying to stamp in a new habit and it's taking a bit of willpower from yourself to do it. The last thing you want is someone to be constantly tempting you and trying to pull you away from the good habits that you're putting a lot of effort into changing.